Hey everybody, Karyn Bryant with you, and today kicking back with me, I've got Jared Cannonier. Listen up, folks. He is the main event at UFC Louisville. Dude, I did the math. It will be 356 days since you were last in the octagon. Oh my gosh. So, how ready are you for this?
Oh, I'm itching. I'm itching. I'm ready to get back in there. I'm excited. 2 weeks out now,
Yep.
and I'm really excited to get back to business and really cement my name back at the top.
Yeah, so the last time we saw you, it was it fight of the night or performance of the night for you against Vettori?
Both.
Both.
Well, it was performance of no,
I
it was
think
fight of the night. It was just
yeah,
fight.
well,
Yeah,
it was awesome. And that night, I believe you set the record, right, for most significant strikes thrown in a
most
middleweight
significant
fight.
strikes landed.
Yeah, landed. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
In a middleweight fight, which is amazing. It was like 241 or something insane.
yeah.
So we know you were scheduled to fight, and then you had an injury and stuff. So how are you feeling in terms of that, and how bummed were you that you had this because you were going to fight Deliza?
Yes, I was scheduled to fight Delite, but when the injury happened, the day the injury happened, they called me and asked me to step in to fight Hamzat. It was 11 days notice. The same day they called me, I'm pulling up at the gym. I get a call from my manager saying, "Hey man, Costa's not going to make it. We want you to step in, and if you win, you get a title shot." So I'm like, "Yes, let me go in and tell my corners. Let me go in and have this practice, and I'll come back with you with a firm yes." And unfortunately, that's when I tore my MCL in that practice, and I had to call back and tell them, "Hey man, I can't do it because I tore my MCL." And yeah, there were some. Initially, there was some thoughts that maybe I was kind of like trying to push out of the opportunity, but I sent the information in and let them know that I seriously injured myself. I got the scar to prove it. I had the surgery, and I and yeah, life goes on. I had to get through all that, get through the recovery, and it happens. It sucks that it happened the day I get a big opportunity like that. I never want to miss out on opportunities like that, but things like that happen, I guess, in this sport, and it's very unfortunate. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So I'm back, and I'm ready to go in there and show these guys how much better I've gotten.
Nice. I'm glad that your headspace is correct now because I don't know if you're one of those everything happens for a reason type of people because to me that sounds like the worst effing luck possible. You know what I mean? To get this huge opportunity and then to get hurt that day. Like that sounds like cosmic, like a terrible, the opposite of karma or whatever. You know what I mean?
All right. It's like karma without any reciprocation. I didn't do anything to receive this.
Yeah.
But that's life, bad things happen, good things happen, bad things happen, and
Yeah.
it happens, and something. I guess it's I guess an opportunity to rise above, circumstantial sort of things that happen to us, and small things to a big me, I guess.
Right. Nice, nice. Well, you have a big fight here. It's another main event for you, this time against Nassourdine Imavov, whose last fight, ironically enough or significantly enough, was against Deliza.
Mhm.
So I don't know what you make of this matchup, and I feel like we didn't like this kind. Not that it came together quickly, but I kind of feel like it did. All of a sudden, it was like, oh shoot, you guys are the main event, and you're fighting in like 3 weeks or whatever. Like it felt like it was kind of a fast announcement.
It was up in the air whether I was going to be main event because at first when they sent me the contract, it wasn't a main event contract.
Gotcha.
So I guess they were trying to find somebody else to put in as a main event or see how the thing was going to play out. But uh, I'm always here. I'm ready for 5 rounds. I'm ready for that extra main event money too. And
Yeah.
I'm always happy to be the what they call it, the I don't know what to call it, but being the main event. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Everybody's coming to see me do my thing
Yes.
again, and everybody wants to see Nassourdine do his thing, but they're going to be in for a sore surprise when I come in there and handle him like I do any and everybody else. Handle him worse than I did Vettori, because if he can last 241 significant strikes, good on him. But I don't see him lasting 241.
So you said something there that kind of makes me think. Do you think people root against you more often than they root for you?
No, I'm not saying that. I don't
Yeah.
really pay attention to what people say. There's when you're a fighter, you're going to get negative and positive critiques from
Right.
everywhere and from fans and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
I don't really pay no attention to them because uh, I don't want to. I don't want to have to listen to that negative energy and
Good.
deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff that can lead to depression, thinking about negative stuff, and I
Yeah.
don't believe anything they say about me. So I think I saw a post that it was a post on Instagram from Deion Sanders. He says, "You don't know me, so what makes you think I give a F about your opinion of me? It doesn't make or break me." So
Yeah.
they're all opinions. They're all how people feel, feelings and stuff like that. And
Uh-huh.
I can't do anything with what somebody else feels about me. Um, all I can do is how I feel. All I care about is how I feel about myself, and I think I'm the best thing going. I'm kind of a supremacist in my own right. I'm a self supremacist, so I think I'm better than anything in anything. So that's the way I move. I won't let nobody affect me with their negative, or even with the positive. I do
Yeah.
welcome the positive. I do appreciate it. It's
Hmm.
it's always good to be surrounded by positivity, but I'm not motivated by it by the negative or the positive anyway. I'm
Hmm.
self motivated. I want to do this because I want to do it because I love doing martial arts, and the UFC allows me to do it at the highest level. So I'm happy where I'm at, and ain't nobody gonna stop me.
Nice. I love it. And I just realized too the way you have the fan behind you, it's making like a halo around you too when you were saying that. And so it's like you're saying all this great stuff about yourself and the halo spinning. It's great. I love it. I love that positive mentality. But you were saying, like how if people want to come and see Nassourdine do his thing, they're gonna be really in for a sad night. So yeah, what do you make of the actual matchup in terms of where do you have your advantages and how do you think you're going to be able to stick it to him?
Well, Nasruddin prefers to be on the feet,
Yeah.
and that's going to make life easier for any martial artist
Hmm.
who doesn't have to worry about fighting on the feet, fighting on the ground, getting
Yeah.
pushed up against the fence or anything like that. So, um, I actually plan on doing that to him.
Hmm.
Making it a mixed martial arts fight. So he should be ready to get pressed up against the fence, get taken down, and get smashed. And I don't think he's going to be able to last. I've seen him wilt or slow down in his fights, and I only get better as the rounds go on. So it's not gonna. I don't think it's going to go well for him. Yeah, and I showed that in my last fight. I got a couple of takedowns, intentional takedowns,
Yeah.
and I plan on doing a whole lot more in this fight.
Nice. And so, who have you had to bring somebody in to kind of replicate him at all, or do you feel like he's somebody that you can just prepare for doing your own thing, and whatever you do, you're going to be ready for him?
Well, at the MMA lab, we got a team. We do team
Hmm.
practices. So, and our heavier guys have gotten our group of bigger guys have gotten bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Julian Marquez
Yeah.
is on the card. He
Right.
came in for this camp, so he's on the team too.
Cool.
Eric McConico has been in there. Alec
Uh huh.
the Red Hammer Lorenz is always there.
Nice.
Bruce Xavier is going to be in my corner for this fight. Who else have we got? We got a bunch of big guys in there. And
Cool.
then all the other guys, all the little guys who we bounce energy off of, who we
Yep.
bounce information off of. It's all a team thing. So it's not just me that Nasruddin has to worry about. It's all the members of my team that I'm getting energy and learning things from and moving around with that he has to deal with. Whereas
Yeah.
in most gyms, you just have like big guys working with the big guys and
Hmm.
stuff like that. You got big guys who don't even want to work with the smaller guys. Or
Right.
I even train with the women on our team. So
Nice.
we be in there doing our thing. The lab is coming up big time. There was an article that came out that I can't remember who it was, but he
Hmm.
put us in like the top 5 of MMA gyms now. But
Yeah.
I think that number's going to go up. I'm pretty sure it's going to go up in the future because we got a bunch of guys, a bunch of killers coming up, doing big things right now. So the lab is going to blow up big time, and it doesn't matter whether people see us or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going to still show up at the gym and do our thing.
Hmm.
Practice goes on, training goes on, and we're going to show up no matter what. So it's always good to get the recognition, but we only do it because we want to be the best. So we're
Nice.
on our way.
And isn't Drakkar one of your guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, he just killed it down in Brazil. That was
He
great.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jakar's a man. Jakar's an animal too. I love training with him.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him and Courtney. They just had a baby this past year.
Yes.
So, and his win, and
Yeah.
all the good things happening to them. So I'm happy for them. Always good to have them in the room, have them on the team.
Yeah.
Drakkar always gives me work, man. He's a machine, dude. Whenever we do our rounds, I know it's going to be some work, and I can't get caught sleeping with him at all.
Yeah, he's got some heavy hands.
Yeah.
He definitely does. I love it. So currently, right now, obviously, we've got Drakkar at the top, and then we have Sean, Izzy, Whitaker, and you. So you are fighting behind you in the rankings, but that's because some of these guys ahead of you are going to be rematches, or at this point, you're just positioning yourself for a title fight, right? So is that what you're thinking here? You get this win, and it just, like you said before, kind of reaffirms your position, and then you make that argument for the shot.
Well, naturally, I wanted the better matchup. I wanted a contenders match because last year I beat the number 3, record breaking, fight of the night performance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now I'm fighting number 8, and then after that they matched me up with Dolitze, and I was kind of reluctant to take that fight as well. Yeah. I was trying to get the Khamzat fight, but they gave that to Costa.
Right.
And then after the fact, after Costa wasn't going to make it, they were going to call me. So it kind of sucks being the second, what they call it, I forgot the word, but
the alternate or the standby or the backup,
It kind of sucks, especially considering my last performance. But it is
consolation
what it is.
Prize. But you're not a consolation prize. That's the whole thing. I mean,
But I'm not complaining. I'm always grateful for these matchups. There are always opportunities to go in there and show them that, hey, I'm the guy you need to be putting in these big matchups. And I've been doing main events for my last 3 fights have all been main events. So, here another main event, I'm always grateful for it and everything like that. Even if it's not the match that I wanted, at the time it was all they had. Initially they matched me up with Costa in Brazil, but that would have been too early coming off of this injury.
Yeah.
And missed opportunity because of that. And they gave it to Whitaker or gave it to Strickland. They're going to be fighting the week ahead of me. So it would have been nice to get one of those. It would have been nice to get the fight back, to get another fight with the former champ Strickland, or Whitaker, or a rematch with Izzy. But that doesn't really turn heads. And I guess the UFC really wants to, they want to put on big fights, promote big fights that everybody wants to see. And everybody keeps hanging on that last fight with me and Izzy. I keep seeing posts saying how boring it was, and all the haters always like to come out and remember the bad part, you know what I mean? And they don't remember the good things that you do, but the fans who know, they remember the good things, but the haters always remember the bad things. So that's the thing about this community. It's a weird place. It's full of haters and dick riders, if you will. So 100%. Not to say that my fans are dick riders. I'm not calling y'all dick riders.
I know what you mean, though. It's almost like the pendulum is all or nothing. It's
So it is what it is. It's a funny place. I don't like to stick around too much in it. You know what I mean? But I see, I hear. And so does the UFC. So I guess I got to get in there. And I'm not going to start putting on, I ain't going to put on a big colorful wig and big floppy shoes and start clowning around to get these people to like me for whatever reason. If you don't like me, then fuck you. You know what I mean? That's basically how I'm raised. If you don't like me, then fuck you. You know what I mean? And if you want to do something about it, come at me. But other than that, I'm just here to have fun, live my life, and try to be the best me I can be. And martial arts has helped me do that. The UFC allows me to do that with martial arts, and Nassourdine is going to allow me to do that in a couple of weeks. And hopefully, and after that, after another performance, because I keep saying I'm getting better. I get better. I've gotten better. If you thought the last fight was good, imagine what I've done. Imagine what I'm going to do in a couple of weeks. I'm telling you now, I'm better. I'm going to be stronger, faster. There's going to be more output, more pressure. And these guys aren't going to be able to deal with it. So I'm more than happy to go in there and beat up the number 8 and let them know that, hey, man, there's a number 4. I'm top 5 for a reason. So, I'm excited to get the thing going.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, it's you cut quite a promo there, and it is interesting to think of, like, you've been away for a year. You can work on a lot of stuff that people haven't seen yet, so even if they're studying tape, it doesn't necessarily mean the guy that they saw is who they're going to see.
Right. Exactly. And there's guaranteed to be blood, so I'm going to be slicing and dicing this man. So I plan on getting up close and personal. I'm really excited to really get in there and put my hands on him. So I'm
Nice.
up close and personal, and we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see how he deals with it, and because as far as I'm concerned, me mentally, there's nothing you can do that's gonna break me. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We saw what Vettori tried to do. He hit me with a nice shot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I had to get my bearings again, and then reset, and then okay, let me get back to it, get back on them, get back to what I started to do at the beginning of the fight. So.
Right.
Things happen, what I'm saying? It's a fight. Anything can happen in this fight, and I'm more than well aware of that. And, excuse me, that's what we prepare for. So anything that can happen, and I'm prepared for anything he can bring to us, but I don't think he can prepare for what I'm going to bring to him.
Okay, well, that's before I let you go, I do have to ask you because you were in the Army, right?
Yeah.
And it is Memorial Day weekend, and I do wonder what that means to you. Like, I wonder what was it like for you being a soldier? Did you enjoy that time? Was that a time in your life that you look back on with good memories? Like, do you feel like that kind of discipline helped you in what you're doing now? You know?
Well, when I joined the Army, I already had the discipline I needed to be successful in the Army.
Yeah.
And my career in the Army, I would say it was good and bad.
Yeah.
There's good and bad in there. I enjoyed it. It was definitely a good experience. The Army was actually my first hands-on experience with combatives, the martial art that they give us in the Army. So that right there was like that first hit of the most addictive thing you can think of.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'd always aspired to be martial arts, to do kung fu, karate, or something like that as a kid. Growing up watching the TV shows that I watched, martial arts TV shows and movies.
Yeah.
It was always something that I wanted to do, but I never had the opportunity to do it. And then when I joined the Army, it was my first hands-on experience of doing it. And I really enjoyed it. And that's one thing I really wanted to do in the Army. Unfortunately, there were other things that needed to be done. And it is what it is. I signed up to do a job, and I did my job the best of my ability.
Mm-hmm.
And, it didn't end well. You know what I mean? I got booted from the Army for a failed drug test. I got deployed and came home and took some leave and smoked some weed. And then, they busted me with a drug test and decided, we're going to kick him out. So it's a very unfortunate series of events, because at that time, that's when we found out we was pregnant with my first child. And 2 days before we had to clear post, we found out we was pregnant. So it was a scary time for us.
Yeah.
But thanks to my wife being, having my back and doing the things that she did, we ended up in Alaska. And after we got settled in there, I made my journey into a martial arts gym. I needed to find a gym so I can go in and start doing this martial arts that I wanted to do my whole life. And then that just snowballed into this MMA career that we're all seeing me flourish in now. So I definitely appreciate my time in the Army.
Yeah.
With Memorial Day coming up, I think I don't really celebrate holidays. I don't. I think I don't want to get on the soapbox or go down any rabbit holes, but I think they're just a bunch of distractions. I think I don't really want to remember the deaths of people, because we need to remember why these people died. We need to talk. We need to talk about why these people died and who sent them to die and stuff like that. And we need to change that, because war isn't fun. It shouldn't be a part of our nature. You know what I mean? I think it's stupid. And we got wars going on now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about, Israel and stuff, and the U.S. is a big supporter of Israel, but I'm not happy with what they're doing. Sending all the money that I'm supposed to be paying in tax, that they take from me in taxes, and send it over to people who are committing genocides and stuff. On top of that, nobody talking about the genocide that's going on in Congo. There's a bunch of people who are suffering terribly over there, more so than a lot of other people. And nobody talks about it. Nobody cares about it, because I'm talking to you on this phone that, I'm saying that these people shed their blood so I can have. But nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody's thinking about these people. But
Haiti's a mess. A lot of people don't think about Haiti.
Nobody thinks about the things that's going on around the world. You know what I'm saying? We just sit here in the comforts of our own home and hope that it doesn't visit us on our doorsteps. And then while they turn around and play their games in politics and then threaten to visit it on us to our doorsteps and stuff. So I'm not really happy with the state of the world right now. But I don't try to stay in that state of mind. Again, I try to stay in the positive And but I still try to bring it to the light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we can't allow these things to go on. So,
Yeah.
I won't be taking part of any of these holidays or anything like that. I don't want to be remembering the deaths of human beings because they're not remembered as deaths of human beings. They're just remembered as deaths of American soldiers, and they want to bring more energy and more, you know what I'm saying, more promotion for American soldiers. That's all it is. It's just a big promotion machine. And I ain't with it. So miss me with that. And I pray for the lives of every human being, of all good human beings on earth. If you're a good moral human being, I pray prosperity and safety upon you. And I pray punishment and retribution on those who bring death and destruction around the world. So that's where I'm at with it.
Nice. All right. Well said. I understand your position. And yeah, I'm just always curious about people who have been in the military, their take on things and stuff, because yeah, you see it from a different perspective sometimes, you know, and just have but thank you indeed still though for your service, because you did look after us, you know, so thank you for that. But
and saying that, you know, I'm still proud of myself. And, I love the country that you know what I'm saying. I don't love the representatives of the country, but I do love my country. I love the citizens in my country, and I want this to be again the best place that everybody wants to come to. And that's what it is, and that's what us as people have made it, not those, you know what I'm saying, signing papers and doing all this stuff, you know what I mean? So you know, I'm no what they call it, anti-patriotic person or anything like that. I mean, but I'm not with the bullshit, and miss me with it, you know. So
right. Yeah. Well, the good thing is, Jared, that you have the opportunity to just like put your money where your mouth is, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like you get to do what you do, and you get to do it all on your own. It's only you. You know what I mean? Obviously, you got your team and you got your people, but you have one of those jobs that's like, you just got to be all about it, right? You're just all in, and it's all truth, really. I mean, it's really, I know we talk about it sometimes, and people are like, oh, that's, you know, hyperbole or whatever, but it is the most real. It is very visceral. It is very truthful. You really do find out who you are in there.
Yep. So, and you know, I quit a 6-figure job to come down here and do this. You know what I mean? I could be doing something else. You know what I mean? So I could be doing anything else, but this is what I love to do, and it's all on me. You know what I'm saying? And I have a good team behind me. I've got a good people surrounding me. So they help contribute to what the world sees out of me. So I want to send thanks and appreciation to all those. I can't name them all right now, but it's all good, man. I love you all, and I wish everybody the best.
Cool. Well, we will see you in Louisville in the main event against Nassourdine Imavov. It's been almost a year since we have seen you, and it's been way too long, but the last time you were in there, you were absolutely throwing down against Vettori and picked up the fight of the night, or performance of the night, rather, and set a record. So just looking for another awesome fight for you. I really appreciate that you had the time to hang out with me today, Jared. So thanks so much, and I'll see you in Louisville. I'm working that one.
All right. Awesome, Karyn. I'll see you there then. Thank you.
Cool. Have a great time. And until then, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Peace out.
Bye.